I used to work the night shift at a research lab. My job was simple: walk the halls, check the equipment, and make sure nothing was wrong. The building was almost always empty after midnight. There was one room I hated. Room 17. It contained a superconducting experimental machine that had to stay colder than outer space. The chamber sat in the center of the room, covered in frost, constantly humming. The scientists joked that it was the coldest place on Earth. I never laughed. Every night when I passed room 17, one Thursday, around 2:30 a.m., I heard knocking. 3 slow taps. Knock, knock, knock. It came from inside room 17. I froze. There shouldn't have been anyone in the building. I checked the security monitor. The room was empty. The knocking came again. Knock, knock, knock. This time it sounded like it was coming from inside the superconducting chamber itself. I told myself it was metal, contracting from the cold. I told myself that because the alternative was impossible. Then the intercom crackled. A voice spoke. Not a human voice. It sounded wrong somehow, as if dozens of people were whispering the same words at once. "Can you hear me?" I nearly dropped my flashlight. The intercom had been disconnected for months. I knew because I'd watched the maintenance crew remove its power supply. The voice came again. "Please let me out." I ran. I wish I could tell you I was brave. I wasn't. I sprinted to the security office and locked the door. The camera feeds covered every hallway in the building. Every room, every entrance. I watched room 17. Nothing moved for nearly an hour. Then the chamber door slowly opened. I stared at the monitor. Nobody was there. The room was empty. But the door had opened. Something stepped out. I couldn't see it. The frost on the floor showed footprints appearing one after another, as if invisible feet were pressing into the ice. The footprints stopped right in front of the camera. The lens cracked. The screen went black. One by one, every monitor in the security office died, until only one remained. It showed me a live feed from the camera above my desk. I was sitting alone, or so I thought. Behind my chair stood a tall shape. Thin, dark, its head almost touched the ceiling. I spun around. Nothing was there. When I looked back at the monitor, the figure was closer. Its face was inches from the camera. I still couldn't make out its features. The image was too distorted. Then the thing smiled. The lights went out. For a few seconds, the room was completely dark. Then my desk phone rang. I answered without thinking. A voice whispered into my ear. "I found you." The line went dead. The lights came back on. The security office was empty. The monitors were normal. Room 17 was sealed. No footprints. No open chamber. Nothing. The next morning I quit.